Hey there, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto, and this is a 2004 Honda Odyssey. This one here, the Japanese Odyssey, which is different from the USDM or Canadian Odyssey. This one's more like a station wagon and less like a minivan, more like the original Odyssey. Now this one was bought from auction for export to Canada. Comes with a 2.4 liter engine, and then this engine here is 200 horsepower from the Absolute version. And this is a front wheel drive one, although these do come in four wheel drive if you like them to. Now this one has a big body kit on it, aftermarket suspension. We actually raised it up in order for it to ship without damaging the front bumper. And this is the post-purchase inspection video where you can take a look at what this car looks like. And I think that this car is a show car for the company that makes the body kit for it. Because the body kit and the rear spoiler and the exhaust and a few other things, they're all the same brand, the Vision or V Vision. And so that would be cool. Now I'm going to turn the engine off. No problems with the running condition, although the airbag lamp is on. 75,871 kilometers. I'll come back to the interior. But for now, I want to take a look at the auction inspection sheet, which I will do as soon as I lower the hood. Now the coolant looks okay, but the radiator cap needs to be replaced because it's like the pieces have come off. Is this going to come and get me? A little bit. All right, not dead. It's come separated. All right, oil is a bit dirty, but definitely no issues with it that I can see. And yes, it is a VTEC engine. And I have driven these with the 200 horsepower. They are a little bit heavy. They don't feel like a sports car, but for a minivan, it's great. And this is a 7-seater too. And they do feel VTEC-y when the VTEC kicks in. And you can shift yourself with like a shifter that has an option for that, kind of like a Tiptronic. Now this is kind of neat. It was not inspected by the auction, which is usually something that we don't buy, because you don't know anything about the car except for the looks. It is cool looking, and it was a bit of a gamble, but the car looks great overall. Very happy with this, and confused as to why the seller wouldn't pay to get the inspection done. Anyways, I'll go over what there is here. 75,000 kilometers, 75,789. It's a 2004. It's the Absolute version. It's an automatic transmission, comes with the owner's manual. That's basically all we know about it. All right. And then when we got this from the auction, we couldn't even ship it to us because it was too low. It was like scraping on the floor low. These are the original wheels for the car, but it was probably about 3 inches lower than this, and most definitely had some snazzier wheels than the original ones when this was the car that it used to be, I guess. So the body's looking really good. We have some large but shallow scratches that go along here up until the end of the front door. So from the front fender to the front door. The back wing and quad exhaust is very cool. I think something like this in Canada is going to garner a lot of attention from people who like Hondas but want something a little bit bigger. People like Honda station wagons, and I suppose it's like a Honda station wagon, especially when you lower these. And here in Japan, there's quite a scene for lowered Odysseys because they are very unique. They're basically the only sporty minivan, even though they're not really a minivan. I don't know, maybe hard to categorize. I love this huge rear wing. In fact, the person who bought it has to watch out. This huge rear wing may be taken off and put onto my car, which it would look really stupid if it was on there. But nonetheless, I still want it. It has pinstriping down the side that say Vision as well, or I don't know, V Vision? Yeah, V Vision. Pinstriping, and a decal down here, which kind of looks like the 911 one, but not really. It says V Vision as well. And typical or is very common on Japanese cars, the one side is readable, the other side is mirrored so that it would be backwards and not really readable unless you have a mirror. Oh, and you can check out the website, vvision.jp. Yeah, would not be surprised if you can find pictures of this on the internet. Okay, so we have some damage to the front bumper, and the front bumper is a very aggressive and low one, so no doubt that it took some damage from being too low. You can see right there on the black piece, it has little cracks on either side. Headlights are faded. There's wrapping here, like vinyl sheet wrapping on the hood. That probably needs to go. Has some rock chips here and here, really not so bad. A few mild scratches, and then here are the two scratches I was talking about. They go to the end of the front door and then stop. Some chips there. Aftermarket tail lights. And V-Vision exhaust. And it actually sounds really cool, in my opinion. And then look at that. Look at that rear wing. This is the last chance you get to look at it because it's gone onto my car. I like how this piece here kind of goes in like that. It's nice. Okay, so it's a minivan without sliding doors, which, oh, there's a scuff here I forgot to mention. But you have regular pull-out style doors here. The back seat has 3 seats here, and these are seat covers and aftermarket floor mats. And then these seats here stow and go into the floor if you want them to. And so you can have it as a 7-seater or a 5-seater, but then every time you put the seats back up, you have to move them back into the appropriate position and then lock them into place. A little bit annoying in my mind. There's this for all your cup pleasure, and AC control up on the roof. And it's missing the back pieces right there and right there. And you get your beds. Into the back seat here, it's missing the floor piece. Oh, and the rear wiper's been taken off, and the rear badge has some sort of weird paint done to it. So there's usually a floor piece that goes into there, but then the seats also fold into there and take up that space and then make their own floor. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. I probably can't. But I have done this before. Derek, please remember how to do this. So those flip like that, and then the whole thing somehow, maybe like this. Maybe not like that. Oh. I don't know. Seems like I have to put the camera down. Okay, spin around and go in. I guess these ones fold under there, and then that could be your full-size floor if you want. Pretty easy to do when you're not holding a camera. There's an LED strip up here. I don't know if that works anymore. Okay, into the front section. So this generation of Honda started to get really much nicer in the interior than the earlier generations. The key is broken, the little tab that goes onto the keychain. I really like the gauges in it. I'll quickly show you what those look like. So it looks like that when there's no key in, and looks like that with the key in. There's a Navi there with a reverse monitor. AC works and shifting is good. Very simple controls for the AC. That's annoying. I'll take the key out. This little box there, and then there's a little tray here, but it is for some reason unbolted. And then the tray flips up like this. It's just loose. Take a look. This isn't actually attached to anything. Alright, these are seat covers. I quite like the seats in these without the covers on them, but I do like the black and red motif of these seats, along with the aftermarket door card pieces. It's cool. And when the car is not inspected, you get it for much cheaper, as you would expect. So I'm happy with this purchase, and happy to see that this one's going to be heading over to Canada, my home and native land. Okay, so there it is. Just need some new wheels and then lower that suspension back down, and you got something super cool. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.